Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to go ahead and meet up with a friend that I met on Facebook. This reefer has a minimalistic tank. Pretty much everything is hang on the back with a canister filter. He has great success with all of his corals. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see what you could do with this setup. Without further ado, let's go meet Mike. Alright, Mike, so could you tell me a little bit about this tank? What size is this tank?
So this is a 55 gallon.
Alright. And so it's not reef ready, so you're running pretty much everything hang on the back. So not drilled for a sump or anything?
No, it's just, so I have a hang on the back refugium, a hang on the back protein skimmer, and then I'm running a canister filter.
Okay.
And 4 wave makers here.
Nice.
So that's about it for the filtration, but it's been running like 2.5 years.
And you
3.5
have
years.
3.5. And you haven't had any issues with the filtration, like with the canister filters or the hang on the back?
No.
No, everything's running good?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I keep it clean, so I change out the carbon in the filter every 5-6 weeks. Usually clean it about every 2 weeks. I was doing weekly water changes, probably 20%. Now I only do about 2.5 gallons in here, 2.5 gallons in the other tank.
Okay.
So it's pretty minimalistic.
And I see you also have the hang on the back refugium. How does that work? Is it a workhorse, or do you feel like it's just right?
I don't know as I know how to tell. It does a fine job.
It does the job. That's good. And then, so as it pertains to the corals and the nems, could you just walk me through what do you have here?
So I don't know the name of the zoanthids. Bunch of zoanthids there, and then I got a couple torches, got a hammer in the back. This is another, I think that one's a hammer right here, or octospawn or something.
Yeah.
Have a few things on the frag rack that are recovering and haven't found a place to put them yet. Looks like I have about 6 rainbow bubble tip anemones, Postulopora. Then we have a pipe organ here, green star polyps, Kenya tree coral, bunch of candy canes down at the bottom, and a bunch of mushrooms right up front, all different types. An acan right here.
And I love how your candy cane corals look just plump.
Right.
And so are you feeding them, or just whatever they pick up?
I usually mix Phyto along with some coral food. Kind of very minimalistic. And then I just use a baster. I have a feeder that's about that long, just a baster. Feed both tanks, and they're happy.
So with the nems, did you start off with just one? And
2.
You started off
with 2. I think I've sold at least 7 or 8 of them. And right now I have 6, which is soon to be 7, I believe, when I'm splitting again. So.
And have you had any issues of them walking throughout the tank? You just wake up and they're somewhere else on.
For the most part, no. Only once. Actually, when I was telling you earlier, the first time I caught 2 anemones, 2 became 4, and I got rid of 2 of them. It started walking all over.
Yeah.
And I caught them, put them in that this little guy here, mushroom, anemone, cage or whatever, and took me about an hour and a half to catch them.
Oh yeah.
I got up in the morning, somebody was coming at 10 o'clock to pick them up, and one of them was out of there. Now I had a rubber band around them. I thought that they were going to be safe, but the anemone, no bones or anything, it can get through the tiniest hole.
Yeah.
So I got through there. But when I went to pick them up, I had them sitting in the back of this rock here.
Yeah.
both containers with an anemone in each one, and it had grabbed, I had some frags down here, it grabbed 2 or 3 frags that I was holding on to when I went to lift it up.
Oh, wow.
They did survive, but they were damaged for a little while.
Yeah. And as you just said, the only thing that's automated on the tank is the lights. Could you tell me what type of lights, and do you have any idea of the power on it?
I had measured them at one time, and it was so long ago I don't remember what the par was. It's pretty decent. They're Vipar Spectra. You can buy them on eBay.
Yeah.
And this is just another box light. I picked this up from somebody. So this tank I paid almost retail for everything. That tank I bought everything through contacts through Facebook. So paid way less. I think I got 2 lights over there for less than the cost of one of these lights.
Oh, wow.
And they're the same thing.
Yeah. And as you said, through Facebook, that's where we met. Through
That's
one of
correct.
the forums, one of the groups. That's one of the good things about Facebook, is that you're able to meet a lot of people in the hobby, people to help you with any problems you have, or even if it is that they're getting out of the hobby, their tank could still live on through you.
Right.
So that's one of the beauties right there. Next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the other tank.
So I bought this tank through one of the Facebook groups.
Okay.
I don't know if you know the name John Ike. He's in anyway one of the Facebook groups, and was selling the tank, but he didn't have a stand. And every store I went to buy a stand, nobody had it.
Yeah.
I went to Aquarium Adventure in Bolingbrook. Well, we could order it. It's $350. I'm like, no, I'll make one.
Yeah.
So this is actually, you know, like in the garage cabinets and everything.
Yeah.
This is the corner piece.
Okay.
And then I built the top and put a couple shelves in there. But almost everything in this tank I bought through Facebook groups.
Nice. Including the coral?
Some of the coral.
Some coral. And so you're running the same type of lights on this.
Correct.
Pretty much the same setup, everything, well, most things hang on the back. No sump on it.
No sump and no canister filter.
Okay.
So I just have the hang on the back refugium and hang on the back protein skimmer. And actually that one's an Octo 1000. This is an Octo 100.
Okay.
So that one's a bigger one than I have on
Yes.
here.
And what's the gallons on this tank?
This one's 41 gallon corner tank. So.
Okay. So you have the bigger skimmer on the smaller
And that
tank.
was only because they were totally set up and I didn't
And you didn't
want
want to move them over.
take it all apart. and
Okay.
Move it.
I was wondering, once you said it, I had
Right.
to look back and just kind of wondering about it. But on this tank, you said this is where you have some of your acros on.
And I don't know the name of them, but I have a green one in the back. I got this stick up front. There's one back there, and I don't know if this is a Passalapora here. But again, most everything in here is zoanthids, pallies, got a cabbage coral, a couple soft corals, devil's hand or whatever. This guy back here, that's a big one.
Yeah, yeah.
I got that one. A guy I traded. I think I traded like 3 or 4 frags of green star polyps, and the guy just put a bag together for me.
Yeah.
Had a whole bunch of stuff. I got, I think 3 zoanthids, and then that big leather coral down there.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
And you can see I'm starting some green star polyps along the side that's crawling up the back.
Yeah. What is your favorite coral out of this tank?
Oh, that's a hard one.
It's always a hard question. It's like picking your favorite child.
Well, favorite type of coral is zoanthids. You can see I built 2 towers just to hold zoanthids. Then I have them on 3 of the tops of this rock here. So I love zoanthids.
Yeah.
But hard to say.
Yeah. And how long did you say you've been running this particular
So
tank?
this tank's been up about a little over 2 years.
Okay. good. And did you make the light stand yourself?
Yep. Well, kind of. It was a stand, and then I modified it to go up over this. And then the other one, you can see I totally made that one.
Yep. All right.
Couldn't find one I could buy, so.
Yep.